This is Pat here. Welcome to my channel. And in today's video is a special one. This will be my first ranking of a franchise. But it'll be kind of like my top 10s, but it's like a first ranking, And since today's a perfect day to do it, today is Friday the 13th. And I want to know in the comment section below, do you guys have any superstitions? Do you guys have any, I wouldn't say phobias. I guess that would work for Friday the 13th, wouldn't it? You guys have any bad luck, good luck? Do you not believe in that crap? Or do you, like when you walk under a ladder, do you think something bad's going to happen? Or when, you like a brick and mirror, you have 7 years of bad luck. You think that's going to happen? But comment below, let me know what you guys think. And in today's video, it is Friday the 13th. And the movies that I'm going to be ranking will be Friday the 13th. I'm going to be ranking them from Friday the 13th Part 1 all the way to Part 8. I'm not putting Jason Goes to Hell Final Friday in it, or Jason X, or Friday the 13th, the reboot. Now, the reboot one will be a ranking on its own. For the remake side portion, because I have a plan for that, for a ranking for the remakes, reboots, because I've thought about that this past month or so. But let's get into our ranking. I'm going to be ranking these movies from 1 to 8. 8 being the worst, the first being my top favorite of the franchise, of the Friday the 13th, 1 through 8 of the franchise. Now, they're not going to be any particular order, but I'm going to put down as my number 8 Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. And there's a reason for that. The reason I'm putting that down as my worst one at number 8 is because if you guys know the plot of the movie and you know the climax of the movie, it is not really Jason. It's not Jason Voorhees. I'm sorry for the spoilers, but you guys should have seen this movie since it came out, because it's a pretty old movie, okay? It's some dude that goes berserk and pretends to be Jason. And it's a good concept, though. Don't get me wrong. Because all the stuff that's going on. And you have a returning character, not actor, but character in Tommy Jarvis. Now, he remembers the tragedy that happened, the sequel before that. So his mind is messed up on Jason, so that's what he sees. And so this paramedic goes berserk because one of his kids dies at this place, all right, in the movie. So he goes and wreaks havoc and pretends to be Jason. So, but yeah. And again, remember to comment below, what is your superstition? And don't. Okay, with these, rankings, if you had one that's your favorite and I picked it to be the worst of the ranking, don't yell at me. It's my opinion. I mean, this is my video, and this is my ranking. So you have your own opinion. Which is your favorite? What is your favorite of the Friday the 13th franchise? You can even pick the ones that I don't have in this video. So let's get into the next one. This is a little tough for me because it is Friday the 13th. It is Jason, so it's kind of difficult for me. And this is number 7. All right. And again, in no particular order. See, I'm doing improv here because I did not whatsoever, write anything down or anything. So this is at the top of my head. So I'm gonna put Friday the 13th Part 3 as my number 7. Now, the reasons for it, and if you guys know, Part 3 is supposed to be Friday the 13th Part 3 3D. This is supposed to be in 3D. And I know that there's a version out there. You can get the old version, which has the 3D glasses for this. And watching it without the 3D glasses, it's kind of weird. You know that it's supposed to be in 3D and you're supposed to wear 3D glasses, but the effects are kind of good in this with the 3D stuff, but it's so bad at the same time. But this is the first time you see Jason get his hockey mask, the icon of it, the hockey mask, So, and I hate the fact that the Friday the 13th franchise right now is in a bundle right now. It's in jeopardy, technically, with the lawsuits and all that. But, the next one, which will be my number 6, will be oh man, this is gonna be a toughie. Friday the 13th Part 1. You see it's slashed with 2, but it's a double feature. Of course, you see that. Friday the 13th Part 1. I do like the fact that it's the original. I do like the concept of Pamela Voorhees starting it out. Her rage against the camp counselors, that she accuses that didn't watch her son while he was swimming, so he drowned. So she took her revenge out on the camp counselors. So kind of like Part 5, but this is ranked at number 6. And I know you're gonna say it's kind of biased about that because your mind is on Jason. Your mind's not on the original one. Yeah, it is because that's what I grew up on. I grew up on Jason Voorhees. I didn't grow up on the original movie. So that hockey mask and all that was the one for me, And since I'm going to get to number... I forgot. Okay, this was 6. Okay. My number 5 in the ranking. Since it's already here. Friday the 13th Part 2. And I hate to do that, Friday the 13th Part 2. Since it's already right here in my hand, I might as well do it. Don't yell at me, guys. Don't yell at me. But this is the first time you see Jason Voorhees after the massacre of the previous film that his mother did, and he avenges his mother this time and goes after the camp counselors that reopened the camp on the other side of the Crystal Lake. So, and this is the one where you see him as like a hillbilly, with the sack, the potato sack, and I get it that mostly everyone that I've seen or heard likes the potato sack over the hockey mask. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Could be scary, but I kind of find in a way the hockey mask, a little bit of the versions of the hockey mask that's out there, that's in some of these sequels, are much scarier than the others. So of the potato sack. Now my number four in the ranking. It's kind of funny. It is Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. This is number 4, Part 4. This one, of course, after Part 3, you get to see the mask. You get to see the hockey mask debut for Jason and all that. But you also get to see what happens to, which comes into this film, that iconic axe mark, that broken piece right there, and it is right there. This one had some brutal kills and death scenes that I think was in this, but this one is, I don't know. This one is supposed to be the final chapter, right? Wrong. There's going to be more sequels. But this had Corey Feldman in it. Awesome job the kid did in this film. 1984. I wasn't even born yet. No. But I do like this film. That's the reasons that it's at number 4. The setting of the camp. You got the Jarvis house, and then you have across from there where these idiot campers are, teenagers. We all know what happens in the end. Corey Feldman kills Jason and makes Jason believe that he's seen himself as a kid. So now we're into the top 3 right here. So my number 3. Oh, this is going to be a hard one here. Because it has flip-flopped over the years of what was my best Friday the 13th film. My favorite one of them all. But as I grew up, liking the other one better over the one that I liked when I was a kid. And number 3 would be Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. This one was my favorite as a kid. I don't know why. I think it was just the way the mask looked. I thought the mask looked freaking awesome. Um, you had Jason go against this psychic girl, which I thought was pretty cool. And this one came out in 1988, which was the year I was born. So this one would be my top third favorite one. So, and you got the premiering Kane Hodder in this too. So, and I think they should have treated him a little bit better with having him have the role as Jason in Freddy vs. Jason. So that's just my opinion there. That's a lot of people thought the same way too, but the guy who played Jason in Freddy vs. Jason did a good job, but it wasn't the same. You know? Now we're at number 2 of the ranking. And again, remember, comment below. Let me know what your superstition is. Do you believe in it? Do you not believe in it? Do you think it's a bunch of crap? Do you think, what is your phobia? What are you afraid of? I'll tell you what I'm afraid of after I pick the second one. So, my ranking for number 2 is, and I think you know what my number 1 is already. And you guys are going to probably, whack me or something. I don't know. But my number 2 is Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. I watched this a lot as a kid too. This sequel, because I really enjoyed this sequel. This one came out in 1986. So a 2-year difference from 7. But this one was really good. And you had I guess the final Jarvis that actually played in this one. Which no offense to the other previous 2, Corey Feldman and the other guy. But Tom Matthews did a great job as Tommy Jarvis. And the plot of this, reopening the camp after so long, Jason's being dead, and then reopening the camp and having, people show up, kids show up, and Jason being dead for so many years, but then somebody screws it up. Somebody screwed it up, and Jason's alive again. So, and the thing is about this cover is on the back of it, you got the fake Jason on the back of it. You got the fake Jason on the back of it. See? Maybe it's just to throw people off if nobody's ever seen it. And they think that it's this Jason when it's not. So, this one has some brutal kills in it too. One of my favorite in this is the thing that happens to the officer. the folding. The folding, you know what I mean. Now, since I'm at number 1, I'll tell you what I'm afraid of. I kind of got out of being afraid of it, but I am still afraid of snakes. I'm highly afraid of snakes, but lately I've been like, oh, that's cute. The snake. I'm just, for a while, I'll be like afraid of it and just stop and then be like, oh, that's cute. So, like last year, saw a snake in the yard. I was like, oh my gosh, I was going to run like crazy. But I stopped and I was like, this thing's cute. It stopped too, but it was facing the other direction, thank goodness. I don't know if it was poisonous or not. So, but then we have the other highly phobia of mine, and that's heights. I can't stand heights. And especially since I have a little bit of a bad equilibrium, it'd be the worst for me to be somewhere high. So, yeah. Let me know what your phobias are. Are you afraid of something? Are you not afraid of something? Do you love horror movies? Do you, you know, um, do you have some type of phobia or superstition, like walk under a ladder or bad luck, good luck, karma, breaking a mirror gives you 7 years of bad luck, like something like that. And I've had some times I've had bad days, like really bad days, where it's just where I'm accidentally dropping something, spilling something, um, anything like that. But let's get back to it. And my number one, and you should know which one it is. My number one of the whole franchise of Friday the 13th Part 1 through 8 is. Oh, this is kind of a kicker too, isn't it? It's Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. One of my favorite. This is another one I grew up on as a kid. I watched a lot. I had a recording of it, and I kept rewinding it and watching it over and over and over. And this one takes place, of course, it takes place in Manhattan, but not a lot of it. Most of the film takes place on a boat, and I guess it's like a cruise for like graduates, and Jason sneaks up on board. You know, this is a good film. To me, it's a good film. I don't care if it doesn't take place 90% of the time in New York. I don't care. Because to me, realistically, this would happen. I'm not real, but this would happen. You know, you would have a ship go from wherever you're coming from to New York. You know, because that's where it was going, to New York. You have somebody on it, on this boat, with you. You know, you're going from Crystal Lake to, well, I don't know how you get from a lake to New York. But it was good. It was good to me. It was good, in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion. My channel, my video. But you guys have your own ranking. If you guys have your own ranking, I'll watch it. You know, comment below. Let me know what your ranking is of the Friday the 13th franchise, 1 through 8, or the other 3 that I did not put in the ranking tonight. So, what is your favorite? Which is your favorite Friday the 13th franchise? Which one is your favorite? Which mask is your favorite from what Jason's worn? And I'm gonna give you my favorite. Which one that he wore throughout 2 to 8, and that's 7. Part 7 is my favorite hockey mask because of the way it looks. It's all beat up and all that. Which reminds me to say in Friday the 13th Part 8, how did you get a new mask for Jason? It may be a novelty thing. May have been a novelty thing. But here's the other thing. How did he get the axe mark in there? The axe cut. That makes no sense. You know, like, I don't know. But, again, comment below, let me know what you guys thought. Comment below, too, let me know what your favorite one is of the series. Do you like Part 1 because of the nostalgia of the original film, Pamela Voorhees? And also comment below, what is your superstition? Are you afraid of something? Your phobias? Your anything? Let me know what you guys think. And I don't know when the next video will be, but If you enjoyed this, be sure to give me a like. I want to see 13 likes on this video. I want to see 13 likes on this video. So, comment below. Subscribe if you're new to this channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.